This is what Nebraska head coach Matt Rhule said today at the Big Ten Media Days. Let's take a listen.
I stood up here a few years ago and said, before we can talk about doing great things, now we've got to earn back the respect. And these guys, they've kind of erased the narratives. Nebraska can't win a close game. They've erased that. Nebraska, there's a bowl drought. They've erased that. They went to back-to-back bowl games last year. But we know that's not enough. We didn't come to Nebraska to go 7-6.
Yeah, you didn't. You didn't come to Nebraska to go 7-6, sir. Obviously, there has been a lot of talk about why is Nebraska not where they need to be. They were very aggressive when they made the move from Scott Frost. Scott Frost, that whole tenure didn't work out. They knew that Matt Rhule was their guy. And I'm not going to say it hasn't worked out because he's been able to get them, like he said, to back-to-back bowl games. He's been able to get them in close games, but the success just has not been there. Last year, I thought there was a point in time where Nebraska, I thought they were going to be a playoff team. That's how good I thought this team was. And they had that game against Michigan in week 4. And that close game, that close loss, losing to 3 to Michigan at home, I think that was sort of the end. And of course, with Dylan Raiola breaking his ankle, their season sort of sputtered out of control. However, I still cannot point out a marquee win for Matt Rhule yet at Nebraska. I could point out some close games. I could point that out, but I haven't seen a marquee win on his resume. Again, I'm not taking away anything what this guy has done, what he's done at Penn State, at Baylor, at Temple. He's built all those programs, but we're talking about Nebraska, the blue blood of a blue blood program in college football. They need more success. And obviously, too, with the whole fallout with the Dylan Raiola situation, him transferring to Oregon, I'm sure fans felt a way about that. He was the highest recruit at the quarterback position in school history, and you just kind of let him go to Oregon. And then you bring in Anthony Calandria, who is a veteran guy, has been around. I'm not trying to say he's on the hot seat, but Nebraska needs to take a trend in the right direction. I think 9 wins is where we're talking about if we're not talking about hot seat. But if this season starts 2-4, 3-6, 3-4, something like that, then we might start having some conversations about Matt Rhule and Nebraska. But again, he said we didn't come to Nebraska to go 7-6. We'll see what happens.